Hello, my name is John Doroyan. This is the fifth vlog in a series of vlogs regarding media and culture. For this one, we will be covering the fourth chapter of Rhetorical Act, the Resources of Evidence, and for the Reading Pop Culture textbook, we will be covering the readings Television Addiction is No Mere Metaphor by Kubey and Csikszentmihalyi, uh, Girls, Girls, Girls by Gay, and The Apocalyptic Strain in Popular Culture by Cantor. So, without further ado, let us begin. So, for the rhetorical analytics chapter 4 in particular, its first ethos that it seems to be wanting to convey is no plan of no plan of battle survives contact with the enemy. And essentially, what this metaphor boils down to is no amount of preparation can prepare you for certain aspects of delivering rhetoric that would require a more intense, like study. So, I can relate to this with some personal experiences. I've had to deliver speeches that had very strong emotional content that were important to me personally. And I knew that no amount of preparation could have prepared me for that. So it was more of an organic thing. I had to learn as I was giving it. But it provides resources of evidence. Splitting these into two categories, there is analogical evidence, that is using analogies. Now, the important thing with analogies is that they have to be plausible, they have to be something that the audience can understand quite well and intuitively. They have to make sense, in a sense. And that is sort of how analogies work, and they can help you convey more complex or intricate topics, which can be very important when it comes to rhetoric. The second device, I guess, that is provided to us, or second tool, is statistical evidence. Now, by using statistical evidence, you are able to lend a lot of credence. You can make an appeal to ethos, making your argument very strong. But also, you do run the risk of kind of loading your rhetoric with so many statistics that it just becomes very technical and hard for your audience to digest. So this chapter advocates for a hybrid approach that can take the best of both worlds, the sort of relatability of analogies and the credibility of statistics, to create something that is easy for your audience to understand. As for the five authors that I will have to cover, Kubey and Csikszentmihalyi's essay is extremely credible because of the vast pool of expertise that they pull from people from the University of California, from Chicago to New York. That level of credibility is highly important. In Cantor's essay, he talks about certain statistics that help back up the context that he's discussing. And he uses analogies such as the man in the gray flannel suit that really help his argument towards his audience. As for Gay's essay, she uses a lot of rhetorical strategies that are sort of use personal analogies and kind of help the audience relate to her a lot better. And she takes examples such as Lena Dunham's Girls on HBO. And lastly, for Auletta's essay, he sort of blends the two, kind of quoting professional to build his credibility, and also helps his audience know that, yeah, he knows what he's talking about regarding the development of television in relation to things such as live service things such as Netflix. So all in all, this broad collection of evidence kind of points to how one might properly utilize evidence, be it analogical or statistical, in delivering rhetoric.